Bide your time, Dad. How can you taste one? What do you think I should do? About your laying table? No, I mean about interview. Letters won't put it off. Be thankful for small mercies. At least Matt agreed to go. What's good of that if we can't get into Bradford?
There's a regular bus from Otten.
Aye. And how do we get into Otten?
Walk. I have many a time.
I didn't spend all that time cleaning Matt's shoes for him to get them covered in mud on Otten Road. Here they are. Bread and butter not on table yet. What's Jack?
He left off.
Put flag out, there he doesn't.
Yeah, he wants another look at the accident spot, he said.
He ain't got any ideas it was our Joe's fault, has he?
Why should he?
No reason.
You don't believe Joe was at fault, do you?
Of course I don't.
What is so anxious about then?
Well, it's just when I was in Woolpack, Amos said our Joe had drunk more than was good for him.
Captain Jack's heard it.
All the village has, most like. And how long before police hear it, too?
Should you be using this way in?
Well, it is our drive.
You go right away through the farm. Use that.
You don't want us driving through your farm.
I don't want you hurt. Use that way, understand?
Thank you.
What you doing about food?
I had lunch in Bradford. The cooking wasn't much worse than mine.
Would you like to come out for a meal tonight?
Shall I pick you up?
About 7:30.
Would you like to come in now for the drink?
No, thanks. I've got to get back. 7:30?
On the dot.
You'll be wondering what's happened to you up at Shovel.
Their loss is your gain, innit? Besides, I like the company here.
What'll it be? Gin and tonic?
Pineapple juice. I'm driving.
So they don't reckon he'll live, eh?
The human frame can only stand so much. It wouldn't surprise me if we were gone by end of week.
Bit quick with your burying, aren't you? I'll have a scotch and a pineapple juice.
Well, no good shutting your eyes to facts.
Or in buying wreaths for a man who's still alive.
Well, no harm in being prepared. He's been at death's door a couple of days now.
Don't you think that's our business?
Yours? We were talking about old man Butters.
Ah, he's down with pneumonia.
Oh. What'll you have?
Ah, well, since you're insisting, Mr. Sugden, you can set up another pint. Aye, 90th is a day, old Butters. He owns End Cottage, you know. Used to be a nice little place, but it needs doing up a lot now.
He were digging his own garden till he were past 80.
Oh, thanks so very much. Cheers, Mr. Sugden.
That'll be 44. I wonder who'll take his cottage.
Whoever it is, you'll know about it before they do.
I thought you were going to have a fight.
Oh, I never fight. Defend, maybe, but even then it's only what the anthropologists call a threatening display. Cheers. Now, one thing I've noticed since coming back here, the rest of the world doesn't seem to exist for them. Here's the world, going through probably the most critical phase in its history. It's very survival at stake, and all they care about is who's going to move into old Butter's cottage when he finally pops off.
They can do something about Butter's cottage. They can't do anything about the world.
Well, that ought to worry them, if nothing else.
Does it worry you?
Not really. Where shall we eat?
Do you know of anywhere?
Well, there's nothing around here. Houghton, maybe, but I doubt it.
What about the Feathers at Connelton? Do you know it?
It's a bit far out.
The food's very good. Daddy was on his way there when the accident happened.
Did he go there much?
Every night since Mrs. Watson left. He likes his food.
I see.
Shall we go?
Suppose we eat at your place.
I can't cook.
I can. I used to make rather a good goulash. It was the talk of Notting Hill.
Is that where you lived in London?
For a bit. Like to try it?
Well, it'd better be good.
Recipe simple. Simply throw everything in a pot, simmer well.
Ah, good night, Mr. Sugden.
6 in the morning.
I'll be there. He's quite a lad with the girls, isn't he?
Always was.
More Irish than Hungarian, but palatable nonetheless.
It's delicious.
Good. It lacks the distinctive Notting Hill bouquet, but then there are no mice in your fridge. We had hordes of them in our Notting Hill cupboard.
We?
A friend. It was his flat. Now, a little Stilton, a biscuit, and a glass of good wine. And what more could the heart of man desire?
You're very literary tonight.
You don't like it?
I'm just surprised, that's all.
Oh, that's what life's full of. Surprises.
That's literary, too. You say it as if you're quoting something or acting a part.
I've probably drunk too much.
What age did you leave school?
Oh, I had a first-class state education up to the age of 15.
You didn't want to stay on?
This is good. And Ma wanted me to stay on, but Dad felt that education were a thing that any growing lad could well do without. It's quite right, too.
You don't really believe that.
But I do. Notting Hill Point's Eastern Mice in the Cupboard provides a far better education than any university can offer. But there are problems.
Well, it must be difficult educating yourself. I'd never stick at it.
No, I don't mean that. The point is, I hate cars. I wish they'd never been invented. Now, feeling that, how can I buy a car for the family?
I don't quite see what that has to do with your education in Notting Hill.
Well, I'm here because of it. And Matt and Peggy have to get to Bradford tomorrow.
Oh, well, I'll take them. I'm going that way to see Daddy.
Well, thanks, they'll be pleased, but I've still got to decide about the car.
Why do you dislike cars so much?
You know, it's so comfortable here. I don't really want to leave.
That's evading the question.
Is it?
I wish you wouldn't be so evasive.
I thought I was being rather direct. Or aren't my intentions as obvious as I think they are?
Is that why you suggested we came back here tonight?
I don't know, really. Might have been. I have to say that I've thought more than once that I'd like to make love to you.
Just like that. She's a nice girl. I'd like to make love to her.
That's how men think, though they don't all admit it.
I didn't think you'd be one of those men who see sex as the cause of everything.
Has a lot to do with what happens between men and women.
That doesn't mean they should be willing to jump into bed with each other before they've even finished shaking hands.
I'm sorry, I didn't think I'd been quite that quick.
You're so casual about it.
Or would you have been more favourably disposed if I presented you with flowers and if there'd been soft music playing? No, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm asking quite seriously.
Probably I would have, yes. At least it would have been harder to say no.
But it would still have been no. Can I finish this before I go?
And what's this supposed to be?
It's Jackie's idea of you and me. He's got talent.
Phew, well, you could have fooled me. Why does this place always have to look like a rag shop?
Be careful, I want to keep them. I want to show them to Janie.
She's welcome. Here, what's that I can smell?
It's liver in the oven. I thought you'd be in a bit earlier tonight, starting at Sugden's tomorrow.
6 o'clock, Mr. Sugden.
It's long enough since you were up at 6.
I haven't got a job for you and all tomorrow morning. Middle of the morning, I want you to come up with that packet of sandwiches that I've forgotten. You'll have to look around for me, of course.
Shall I?
And you'll bump into Jack Sugden.
What's behind all that, then?
Well, it just looks better than you going up on purpose to see him.
Then what?
Well, anything might happen. Where's that liver?
I only wanted to see what he looked like these days. To ask him how he's been getting on.
Oh, what could be more natural?
You're sitting on Jackie's pictures.
Well, they shouldn't have been left lying around.
Oh, you've crumpled them.
Well, I couldn't have made them look worse than they were. Do you call this stuff liver?
Oh, we'll have some sauce on it. Oh, we thought you'd be pleased.
Oh, I am. He's got great talent, our Jack. We'd only look to make a packet meal to keep his dad in his old age. Our Jack. It's quite a coincidence, isn't it?
What is?
Our eldest son having the same name as Jack Sugden.
You've cleaned it once, give over.
Oh, still. Late enough already.
Well, milking had to be done.
Did our Jack say anything to Merrick about being late?
Means naught to him, seems like.
Wilt's girl's here.
Oh, Ekin, we're not half ready.
Save your legs, Jack's talking to her.
I've heard from the hospital. Joe's recovered consciousness and you can see him. Do you want to come with me?
Well, Mother's the one should go, and she'll want to.
Well, can you manage on your own?
I've got that man Merrick working for me now.
Hello, Jack.
And you're married to Tom Merrick? He never mentioned it.
Well, he couldn't hardly, could he?
Why not?
He was after a job. You can't tell the man you're asking for a job that he used to court your wife.
Court? That's a word one doesn't hear much nowadays.
Well, it's not London here.
And you've got 3 children. Mixed or...
2 boys and a girl.
How old?
Jack's coming on 8.
Jack. And the others?
Sandy's 6 and Tommy's 4. I'd better take Tommy's sandwiches.
There's no hurry. Come and have a cup of tea.
Yeah, I'll go back. No thanks. No thanks, Jake.
Can't been easy for you with Tom being out to work.
We manage. But it's nice to have him working again.
You must have got married pretty soon after I left.
Yes. What have you been doing?
Oh, just, working.
Never thought you'd come back to farming.
I'm not sure I have yet.
Can I leave those there for Tom?
Yes, but...
I've got to get back. The children.
Ruth! Don't dash off.
I shouldn't have come up.
Why on earth not?
You've gone up in the world, haven't you?
I don't know what that means.
I do. So does everyone else round here. They talk in the village.
That doesn't surprise me. But it doesn't worry me either.
You didn't
Didn't what?
leave to be shot at me, did you?
No, I didn't.
That's nice to know anyway.
We didn't rightly know what they'd allow. So we brought you a box of licorice all sorts and a bag of grapes.
Sister says you're not to be tired, so we'll best not stay long.
One or another of us will be along most times we can.
Jack's likely to come tomorrow. He's taken on a man to help out.
Hi, Tom Merrick.
Hmm?
Ruth Harker's husband.
Oh, didn't you tell him Merrick's useless?
Don't you fret. Chances are I'll be gone before you're out. Marion Wilkes sends her love. She brought us over. She's with her father now. Joe, are you all right?
Look at 'em. All we need now is the hearse.
You've got friends, Daddy.
Cupboard, love. Do you know where that lot came from? Pargiter.
Oh, yes. He rang up this morning.
Ah, I know what he's after. He didn't mention the Dundley plant, did he?
No?
Ah, he's too crafty for that. I'd like to know how he got wind of Dundley. Must have a nose like a bloodhound.
You mustn't get excited, Daddy.
There's nothing the matter with me, never has been.
The way they come in and cluck, you'd think they'd never seen a leg in plaster before. As long as they don't decide to keep it here. I'd look bloody full with one leg, wouldn't I?
Space, everything used to the limit of their capacity. We expect every man to pull his weight. A fair day's work for a fair day's pay. How do you want to come and work for us?
Well, you see...
We know what we want and we're prepared to pay for it. Put it this way, Shellback. Are you prepared to work?
Well, I've always been used to work.
A straight answer. I like that. Are you employed at the moment?
I can always give notice.
Would your employers be prepared to give references?
If you ask them.
I don't mind telling you, you're going to be working among valuable materials.
Oh?
Scrap is not a word we use in this shop. The scrap from one product is the raw material for another.
Scrap?
Well, steel mostly. You'll be responsible for collecting it together, sorting it, transporting it, and finally disposing of it, under supervision, of course. I see you've got the bill for it, but have you ever had any trouble internally?
No.
You don't need me to tell you how much a bin of steel's going to weigh. And there's no point in taking you on if you're going to ask for your cards after the first hour. You think you can do it?
Well, I reckon I could.
Good, good. When you're not actually emptying bins, you can be generally useful around the place.
Well, I had thought...
Yes?
Well, that I'd be more like doing something, putting things together, perhaps.
We employ girls for those operations, Shellback. We expect a man's work for a man's pay.
Oh, I suppose so.
And as we're on that subject, your starting pay will be £22 a week.
The advert said 30.
The advertisement said you could make up to 30, and so you can with overtime. In fact, you can take home more than 30. And I think you'll find those rates compare very well for unskilled labour. I've got some more men to see this afternoon. I'm bound to give them all an equal chance, but I must say you've impressed me.
Thank you.
I'll be writing you if the decision's favourable. You can expect our letter about Monday morning. When can you start, Shellback?
My name's Skillbeck.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Before you go, do something about these. Makes the place look like a bad woman's boudoir. Especially that lot from Pargeter. Makes me feel immoral to look at them.
Well, what shall I do with them?
Just take them away. Oh, give them to young Sugden. And they'll cheer him up.
Even when I do get out, I won't be much use to anybody.
You'll mend all right. Don't fret. He's had enough for now, I think. The doctor says you'll soon be fine, Joe.
I'd like to go to sleep now.
There'll be one of us round tomorrow.
Have to.
We want to. Just rest easy. You'll be on your feet again in no time. Good night, Joe. Bye, Joe.
Hello, Joe. I shouldn't be here, really, but I persuaded the nurse to look the other way for a minute. I just wanted to say get better quickly.
I'll put some eggs up for your father.
Thank you.
You'll be going in tomorrow, Jack.
I hope so.
Good night.
Well, go on. What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing. What do you mean, nothing?
Look,
You
lass.
saw him, didn't you? You went to interview.
Oh, well, of course
What
I did.
happened then? Did he get the job?
Well, he's going to write and let me know.
Oh, well, you've still got a chance. That's something.
Aye. Well, I better see that Merrick's left everything as he should.
Doesn't look like a chance he's that happy to have. It's just that he feels let down, I expect. Them not telling him at once either way. He doesn't want to go, lass, and you know it.
Jack had a visitor this morning.
That
that man in the car come again?
No.
Who then?
Harker girl.
Harker? Young Janie, you mean?
No, not that one. The other one. Merrick's missus. The one that used to come here asking where our Jack were. Happened this morning, she found him.
Ooh, it takes it after you getting back to work.
You've not been working till this hour.
Well, I called in shovel. I reckon I deserved a drink. Haven't you finished that yet?
I didn't get the right buttons till this afternoon and the party's tomorrow.
Ooh, shifting them stones will half get your muscles. I'll know about it in the morning.
I'm not going up to the Sugdens again.
Made a pass at you, did he?
No.
Give him time, he will.
He won't. I'll not give him chance.
Recognised you, didn't he?
Just about. But when we came to talk, we could have been strangers meeting for the first time.
Ah, get on.
We didn't know what to say to each other.
Well, old Amos reckons he used to come back here from time to time and he wanted to see his family. So what was it for, do you think?
How would I know? I never saw him.
You want to ask him sometime. Might be interesting.
I'm asking him nothing. I'm finished with him.
No, love. You never finished with him, did you?
If I buy them a car, I'm presenting them with a lethal instrument. After all, your father and Joe are in hospital because they were driving cars.
But you can't manage without a car nowadays.
I do.
You don't? You just don't own one, that's all.
I suppose you're right.
I know I am.
Trapped, you see. We can't manage without machines. How long, I wonder, before machines discover they can manage very well without us?
Cheer up. Some of those machines are putting Daddy and Joe to rights.
It was machines put them wrong.
Will there be a court case, do you think?
I don't know. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed.
So am I. Have you got to be up for milking?
Want to get rid of me?
No, but
But what?
6 o'clock's awfully early.
Ah, the bed's not the most comfortable either. It's like a ploughed field.
You can sleep here if you like.
Are you not frightened I might be tempted to sleepwalk?
No,
Despite the fact that we've hardly shaken hands?
that was an exaggeration.
All right. I'll stay.